chosen.
In this segment of the show, Austin Steinbart had on the Goldfish Report, titled Uniting the Light Roundtable, Austin gives his ultimatum to the FBI, stating that they have 30 days from the date of April 19th to come forward rejecting the bad practices of the organization, else they won't be allowed to have a position in the newly formed intelligence agency that presumably will be under Austin's command. I'll go ahead and play the segment here.
And we're going to do that fastest by not allowing any more of this nuance, by not allowing people to say, oh, but, most of them are good, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, if they're not speaking out at this point in time, then they are not good people. And it doesn't matter what other good work they've done. If they are not willing to call this out here and now and demonstrate good faith to us, then I'm sorry, we need other people in there. We need them not to have, if you're not courageous enough to, or not intelligent enough to recognize this coup against our president and not courageous enough to stand up and speak out against it, then you do not deserve to carry a badge. And you do not deserve to be in charge of protecting us, right?
Yes.
So that's it's a hard line, but it's a necessary line, right? It's maybe there's some good agents at the FBI, but the FBI itself is a fundamentally corrupt organization that needs to be splintered into 1,000 pieces and scattered into the wind. And I plan on doing that by the end of this year.
Yep. Okay.
Audrey, let me ask Audrey or Aaron if you want to weigh in, because we're at the 2-hour mark. Audrey, Aaron, where'd you guys go? Did we lose you?
I was trying to give him an opportunity if you wanted to, but yeah, I mean, I'm totally on the same page with Austin as far as that was what I said as well, that I can't imagine being in that situation now where I'm at in my life and not standing up, because just like Austin says, I mean, and I know you mentioned, Louisa, that yes, there are those that have stepped forward before, but what Austin's saying is that now the ones who are just as aware of people like that, that have just been sitting on this and saying, well, if I step out, I may get killed. They may hunt my family down. That's all from fear. And what Austin's asking for us to do is to be courageous, because that is the spirit of that is what defined this country at its founding, was brave men who were willing to sacrifice anything and everything for liberty, because it's not about safety. It's not about security. It's about freedom. It's about being standing up and standing strong for what you believe. And if there are good FBI agents, CIA agents, military who think they're good people at heart and they have all this information, then this is a golden opportunity. 30 days is a long time to get your stuff together and stand out and say, here I am. This is what I've got, and this is what I know. That's it. And if they don't do that, then I totally 100% agree that they should not be anywhere involved with protecting people, because they clearly do not have our interest at heart.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
no
would
more.
do anything for my kids, and if they think of us as their wards, where they're here to protect us, I would gladly give up my life for my kids. And if I was in service to my country, like Austin is, I would gladly give up my life for my country too, to do the right thing.
Well,
The other thing is we have signals intelligence, right? So everyone who thinks that they're going to get off scot-free, like I know what you've seen, and I can go look up every single person, everywhere they've been, everyone they've talked to, everything they've seen. So there will be nowhere to hide. For anyone who's witnessed this sort of gangsterism and not spoken out about it, there will be nowhere for you to hide unless you do this in the next 30 days. I have no problem. If you are and if you are staying silent, you are a threat to our national security, and I will use all of the tools at our disposal, including signals intelligence, to nail your feet to the floor and sink you with the ship if you do not come out. It doesn't matter how much good work you've done.
Austin, look, we're heading into a turbulent time, and this is not a fear-based question in any way, shape, or form. What can you advise people to do the next months? Are the food supplies guaranteed in the States, elsewhere? Is the financial system, what do you see coming up the next months? How can people take care of themselves?
I see us trying to work our way out of the damage caused by this coronavirus. I see the G continuing this controlled fall for the global power structure to help us use their kind of counter punches at us to, throw them over our hip and finish making them submit. And then I see the people, on a localized basis, deciding that like enough is enough. We're
Okay.
not taking this anymore, and we're going to stand up right now, and we're going to, if you're having food issues, if you're getting arrested at the park for playing with your kids, obviously there's different stuff going on different places, but I see us reaching a turning point of like, we're fed up, we're not taking this anymore, and we're not letting our government officials off with these wishy-washy BS excuses anymore. And I think if we all do that at the same time, there will be a holy fire that will rain down on all of our government's heads, and they will be forced to respond. We will not let them be pandering to their donors anymore. They will be forced to respond to the will of the people.
So you heard it, folks. The big takeaway from that segment is that the American people will have to feel more pain, and as we feel the pain of government depredation, we will rise up. A mighty spiritual fire will consume us, and we'll start to change things. My concern is the fluoride is so voluminous, and the phthalates and xenoestrogens are so plentiful. I'm not sure if the aggressive masculine spirit will be able to be summoned up to accomplish the task. But for Austin to make such a statement when he already has an ankle bracelet on is quite astonishing, and it implies a position of power that an unconnected, normal domestic person usually wouldn't be bold enough to claim. So this could quite possibly be a bluff by Austin, or this could be the underlying reality. We shall see. In the from the pessimistic perspective, this does seem like an opportunity for doubters to claim on May the 20th that things still are the same. Therefore, Austin's claim of using Sigint to track the actions of the agents and having omniscience as far as knowing who is going to fess up versus who isn't is something without support. I'm one who tends to do a great deal of projecting regarding the future, but I don't think it's prudent for me to come to conclusion just yet regarding Austin one way or the other. I can tell you the evidence I've collected so far lends strong support to Austin being special. The prediction of the Q symbol on the Capitol building a week prior in a YouTube video is something that has to be seen just to be completely understood. I was able to document that the title of the YouTube video, Bat Signal Us, was mentioned by individuals in the comments a week prior to the symbol showing up in the Capitol building. To the casual viewer, the whole saga of Austin getting apprehended without a charge for going after that company Dato tends to lend to a decrease in credibility. But you have to look at the whole picture regarding Austin and all of the details that he has both stated and shown in connection to the Q board. That's all I have to say for this segment.